the OH Report coming to you live in Howard, Ohio to bring you some fast-paced football action here on this beautiful football Friday night under the lights. We've got Centerburg Trojans taking on East Knox here in Howard, Ohio. We've got the Crown, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram pregame show coming up next.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Mazza's restaurant in Mount Vernon offers Italian classics perfected for generations. Featuring house specialties enjoyed since the family opened its doors in 1939. Headlined by the famous Mazza salad, along with all new flavors and convenient features, like our Neapolitan-style pizzas and easy online ordering for both pickup and delivery. Visit Mazzas.com for weekly specials and make Mazza's your choice for a dining experience over 70 years in the making.
An icon is returning to the heart of Apple Valley. The Pub, Kitchen, and Tap is back, and we do game day differently, offering a brand new patio, all new bar with a wide variety on tap, and plenty of big screen TVs to ensure you never miss the big play. Our menu has a diverse selection of both food and drink, so there will always be plenty for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you want to catch the big game or just enjoy a night out with the family, the Pub, Kitchen, and Tap has something for everyone.
Bryce, Arrington with the OH Report coming to you live from the White House in Howard, Ohio. East Knox is taking on Centerburg here in Howard, Ohio. We've got the Crown, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram pregame show coming up to you right now. I'm with Arrington. Ike, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good, Bryce, and I gotta say, I'm excited to see how this game turns out.
Me too, absolutely. Jumping right into this pregame, we're going to take a look at the visitors. In the Trojan spotlight, they're 23 of 51 on completions on the year, 180 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns. But the sore spot for them this year has been interceptions, by far 7 on the year. Rushing, they're looking at 70 rushes with 337 rushing yards. By far their favorite weapon so far this season with those 2 rushing touchdowns. Next, we're going to take a look at our player spotlight. We're looking at Trevin Harris after the difficult injury of Kalen Lemaster last game. They're starting running back. We're going to look to expand on the pass, and tonight we're looking at Trevin Harris. He has 10 receptions on the year, 97 yards total, 1 touchdown. Defensively, he has 1 pick-6 INT. Getting a look here at a beautiful fade pass into the corner, completed to Trevin Harris. Toe taps it into the corner. Now we're going to take a look at the Centerburg Trojans' key to victory. First and foremost, it's going to be rally through adversity. All teams have adversity throughout the years, but this one is especially difficult with the injury, and it's going to be expand on the pass to give yourself that opportunity to stay in this game. And we are about to get underway as Centerburg is kicking off to East Knox. It's a deep kick to number 4. That's Bryce Davis, and he takes it all the way across the 30-yard line as they pick things off. And so as East Knox hustles onto the field for their first possession of the game, what's something that you're looking out for, Ike?
So I definitely think that you need to keep an eye on Blake Elliott and Aaron White, the 2 running backs from East Knox. Both of them are averaging over 50 yards per game so far this season.
Good point, and about to get started, but a quick stop by the referees. And a quick break. Looks like they're discussing game clock and yardage. And so Jack Lester in the backfield with Blake Elliott beside him. Lester snaps it, looks to his left, Peels throws it to that slant route, caught by number 4, Grayson Davis, the slot receiver, and they will take that across the first down marker. And so one play and a first down for the Bulldogs so far. 1-2 on the season, looking to even things out. Lester snaps. It's a handoff to Elliott. He takes it up the middle, finds a hole, and takes a tackle, and he gets brought down across the 50. So just short of a first down. It'd be about 2nd and 1. So with 2nd and 1, Lester looks at 2 wide receivers wide. The snap, it's a handoff to Elliott. He finds room, even more space, and that's going to be an even bigger run because they're going to pick up about 15 or so. And another first down. So quick attack from East Knox.
Now, I really like what I'm seeing here from East Knox's line. They're really making sure that they're sealing off their blocks, keeping the holes open for the running backs, and that's what's allowed them to get those 2 gains so far. And I think that we're just going to see it become more and more successful.
We'll see how that plays out. Man in motion in the backfield. Another handoff to Elliott. Great pause, and he finds a hole and continues to push forward. So about another pickup of about 8. And they have not had an answer for Elliott so far tonight. Now a 2nd and 2 scenario. As the Bulldogs have yet to see a third down tonight. So around the 32-yard line, they'll begin. 2 wide receivers left. He's going to look left, and for number 4, Bryson Davis in the slot again. There's going to be contact as the catch was attempting to be made, but it's broken up. No good. Now with 10 minutes left after the incompletion, it'll be 3rd down and about 2. First third down conversion opportunity of the night for the Bulldogs, as it's been a promising drive so far. Be difficult to not end in a score as they're approaching the red zone. The snap, Lester's going to take it himself, bounces out left side. He's going to get the first down and more. He's going to approach the 15-yard line. So the third first down of the drive as they started towards their own 50, effectively picked up more than 60 yards. Now the Trojans with 4 men on the line, 3 linebackers, 7 in the box. The snap, it's a handoff to Elliott again. And it's going to be a small pickup this time. Didn't have the same type of opening that he did in previous handoffs. Still managed to gain a few. Now a 2nd and 5 on the 12-yard line. So on 2nd down, wide receivers on the left and right side. Elliott still in the backfield. A handoff. He tries to bounce out, then jumps inside, gets wrapped up. No, 3rd and 3 on the 10-yard line. The Bulldogs in the red zone, looking to capitalize as much as they can. 2 wide receivers right, 1 in the slot. A handoff to Elliott again to the left side. He is going to score. That's the touchdown of the game. A rushing touchdown about 10 yards by Blake Elliott. With 8:17 left in the first quarter, the Bulldogs are going to take the lead 6-0 as they bring out the field goal unit. Now lining up for the field goal is Will Jensen, senior kicker. The kick is up. The kick is good. The Bulldogs leading this one 7-0. So as the Bulldogs take the lead, we'll take a look at their Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram pregame show highlights. 24 of 51 completions on the season, 307 passing yards. Been a little bit more successful in the past. 2 passing touchdowns with 93 rushes and 431 rushing yards and 4 rushing touchdowns. The scores have come a lot easier. Our player spotlight is Blake Elliott with 26 carries, 187 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 15 tackles per game over the course of the season. 45 tackles total. That is very impressive. Now we're going to look at the Bulldogs' keys to victory. And it's going to be enforced run dominance, which they've done so far in this first drive, and also use the home field. You've got this rowdy crowd behind you. Use that to your advantage.
Kickoff.
And so the Bulldogs kicking off to the Trojans. And a long kick received around the 1-yard line. He's passing the 15 upon the 20, gets wrapped up a little bit, breaks it. Taken down around the 21 or 22-yard line. So some great running, but unable to gather much more than a touchback.
So first containment there.
Now the first look at the Trojans tonight. Offensively, they've got Jesse Rings in at quarterback. We talked about the devastating loss of Kalen Lemaster. Carson Ross taking his spot tonight as Rings throws it into the backfield and a quick slip. That was Isaiah Sewell received it, but he's going to be taken down in the backfield. Looks like he tripped a bit and took himself down. So a 2nd and 12. The Trojans on their own 21. 2 wide receivers wide right. Wide receiver left is in motion in the backfield. Rings has 1 behind him for protection. Snap from Rings. It's a handoff to Carson Ross, and he's stopped at the line for maybe a gain of 1. And so a quick 3rd down.
So 3rd down,
Now a big 3rd down situation with 12. They want to answer to these points. Now Rings getting his offense in order. 3 wide receivers left. Running back in the backfield. The snap. Looking to pass. Rolling out left. Fake passes. Continues pushing forward. It's not going to be enough, but it is going to be a decent size pickup. Maybe of 6 or 7. So we'll see after giving up the score on the first drive, if Centerburg decides to push it here, if they'll bring out the punt crew. And they will bring out the punt crew. That's Brayson Davis. We saw he had that great completion earlier. He's back to receive this punt. And the punt is high. It's a wobbly one. Fair catch from Davis. received around 38-yard line.
And I think that a fair catch is a good call there. You just marched down the field from about 10 yards further back on your last drive. You are in a better field position. Why risk a fumble or anything like that? Just fair catch the ball, get your team a good field position, and do it again.
Absolutely. It's a long game. We're only about halfway through the first quarter here, so a lot of time to make up for that score. As the Bulldogs will take over again. Promising runs from Blake Elliott, our player's spotlight. We took a look. 187 rushing yards. Another handoff to Elliott. There's a flag on the snap. It's going to be a big or a decent pickup just short of the first down line.
All that just practice.
And looks like a false start. So we'll see a 1st and 15 scenario as the Bulldogs back up.
Capitalize. Right now, Centerburg plays. Really struggling to find a way to stop this running.
So they will recollect and reassess as they decide what to do on this 1st and long. Kind of a thorn in the side after such a successful first drive. Lester has 2 wide receivers left, one with them in the backfield. Man in motion, the backfield moves back to his position. Fake handoff to Elliott. Lester keeps it, and he runs it about 2 or 3 yards. Taken down around the 37, so a gain of about 5. So a 2nd and 10, back to where they were when they started. Still got a few plays to work with. As the play boards go up. Man in motion behind the quarterback. Handoff to Elliott. Fakes the throw. Elliott side. He's moving quickly. He contacted in the 20-yard line where he's eventually brought down. A huge gain for the Bulldogs.
Huge 12-0 for Elliott. Somebody down, or excuse me, Trojan territory, 30-yard line. And make it 1st and 10 right line.
And now quickly back to the line as they're looking to put pressure on this defense. 3 men on the line, 3 wide receivers, 3 linebackers, 1 outside.
It's the adjustment. Talks off his offensive line, make sure they're ready as well.
Lester takes his breath, snaps, a handoff to Elliott again, but this time they beat him to the corner and take him down, maybe a gain of 1. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
Anderson, 6'2", pound seen for the Trojan and all the past. 2nd out of 10, man.
No, a good move to beat him to the corner to hopefully stop that run, or that's what they're hoping to do, as it's been a struggle.
Shotgun formation, going left one.
No, wide receiver left and right, but a handoff to Elliott again. This time he cuts inside. More sizable pickup as he pitches 20-yard line. It's going to be close to a 1st down. It's going to be a 3rd and 1 situation. Saw them convert earlier to get the 1st down. But the Trojans seeming to have more light and more answers, not as caught off guard by this run.
See, my big concern that I think we have to look out here with is that eventually Centerburg is going to catch on. They're going to find something that works to stop the run. Does East Knox have the elasticity and the power in their passing game?
It's going to be a short pickup close to that 1st down marker. They are calling it a 1st down, so another 1st down for the Bulldogs as they cross into Trojan territory. Once again, their 5th 1st down of the evening. 2 wide receivers left, Bryson Davis and Caden Wingard. And some shift in the defensive backfield. Lester takes it himself, gets brought down around the line of scrimmage. Perhaps a gain of a couple. Will be a gain of a few.
Second down, about 26. Go in full sport, 7.
Now the ball on the 16-yard line, 2nd and 7. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Bulldogs keeping good pace. Still a lot of time for the Trojans to get back in this one. Jesse Rings, the free safety in the backfield. It's going to be a flip to Aaron White, perhaps changing it up a bit as they've seen enough of Elliott that they're starting to figure this out. So perhaps a bit of deception to throw it off to Aaron White.
So brings up third down with ball side.
So now on the 13-yard line, 3rd and 4. The Bulldogs lead this one 7-0 over the Trojans, threatening to extend this lead even further. Again, Wingard and Bryson on the wideout. Number 12 in motion, that's Householder. But it's going to be a handoff to White, and he is powering through. Maybe a gain of 2 as they inch closer towards that first down marker, but it is a 4th down. We'll see if they continue to play aggressively, if they'll settle for the 3 points.
East Knox's running backs are being very successful right now, and I think it's because, as you can see, they are being very patient, waiting for blocks to develop, and then they're following their linemen that are pushing forward and keeping the blocks coming downfield. This East Knox line really is just bullying around Centerburg's defensive line, and I think Centerburg really needs to come up with an answer for that.
Far side right.
Now the Bulldogs facing a flat set, look to pass that quick slant, but it's a fade. It would have been a very, very difficult catch, but that ball was right on the money.
Here for the Trojans.
We saw them in the pregame practicing that little flat route by the slot receiver towards the sideline. They've tried that twice now with Bryson Davis, one completed, one not, perhaps trying to change things up by throwing it this time that deep ball to Wingard.
First and handful of Trojan ball deep inside their territory.
Now 1st and 10 for the Trojans. The snap.
Keeps it,
and
he does hand it off.
Looks to hand it off right up the middle. Outside of the hash marks, brought down for a modest gain. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now Rings with Harris on his right. The sun beaming down on this field. The snap, a handoff to Harris. There's a flag thrown at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be tackled in the backfield, though, for a loss. As Harris could only run laterally, no room to move forward. Briar Householder with the tackle.
So that's a loss we'll call it about.
We covered him in the baseball season as well. He's a phenomenal baseball player in his own right. Number 78 for the Bulldogs, Devin Garrett, lining up at that nose guard position. He's 6'8", 310 pounds. Now Rings with one in the backfield, 3 wide receivers left, 1 right. The throw to the left side and the flat, caught, picked up maybe that's going to bring 4th down. The clock continues to tick. This may end the first quarter. And now the punt team out. Daniel Lemaster back to punt. Embrace it. In the first quarter. As the Bulldogs are leading this one 7-0 going into the second quarter. Big score puts them up. We're watching high school football live and free on the OH Report.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Mazza's restaurant in Mount Vernon offers Italian classics perfected for generations. Featuring house specialties enjoyed since the family opened its doors in 1939. Headlined by the famous Mazza salad, along with all new flavors and convenient features, like our Neapolitan-style pizzas and easy online ordering for both pickup and delivery. Visit Mazzas.com for weekly specials and make Mazza's your choice for a dining experience over 70 years in the making.
Mike Arrington with the OH Report. The Trojans back to kick to the Bulldogs. Bryson Davis back to receive. It's a kick to his right, and that's going to roll out of bounds around the 49-yard line. And that's where the Bulldogs will begin in Trojan territory.
Capitalize like they have on the last two drives. Both drives resulting in touchdown.
Now, I think what really needs to happen here, Centerburg needs to make a lot of defensive adjustments. They have started to kind of figure out how to stop the run, but what they need to do now is make the quarterback panic when they're passing. Because, as I was saying earlier, this offensive line for East Knox is just bullying the Centerburg's defensive line. So we need to see Centerburg figure out just exactly how they're going to get away from the blocks, get penetration, and get into the backfield.
Great call as the Bulldogs will begin. Lester in the backfield with Elliott, two wide receivers left, looks to pass immediately, but the pressure is there. He jumps over his own lineman, gets brought down for a loss of about 1.
The pocket and he tried to scramble. Wrapping him up with lost in the interest. We're figuring out 51, Clark Red. 6 foot 39.
And so now the ball on the 50 as they've fallen back into neutral territory. 2nd and 10, 2nd and about 11.
Check. What's before left?
Wingard wide left. Davis in motion in the backfield. Fake pass, but Elliott takes it, runs right over a lineman. Continues on to about the 42-yard line. It'll bring up a close 3rd down. 3rd and about 3. We've seen several 3rd down conversions so far out of the Bulldogs. This time a bit further back. Trojan defense seeming to respond to these runs a lot better, and the pass has not worked on this last few plays. See if they push back to that pass to reestablish it. Lester takes it himself on a QB sneak and busts inside, and he is going to pick up the 1st down. So a bit of cheekiness as Lester just takes the snap and puts his head down. Tumbles past the 1st down marker.
Whatever it may be.
So playboard up as the Bulldogs make their way back to the line of scrimmage. The Trojans, 2 outside linebackers now trying to stop that run. Lester keeps it himself again. Gain of about 2 yards there. Now on the 35, I'm sorry. Bulldogs are getting within pecking distance of that red zone once again.
Now, we are actually starting to see, as I was talking about, Centerburg has now figured out how to get the run to be shorter. And as we saw earlier this drive, we saw them starting to get penetration on the offensive line. So how is East Knox going to respond to that is the next question.
And so a run to Elliott. He jumps the cornerback on the outside and continues to push forward as he crosses the 30-yard line, taken down about the 29. And so another third down, third and about 2.5 or 3. On the second quarter, Bulldogs leading the 7-0 over the Centerburg Trojans, 8:50 left in the second quarter. They face a big third down. This would be a huge stop for the Trojans if they could get it, keep them outside of their red zone where they've been seemingly all night. The handoff to Elliott, and he's going to stumble forward. It looks like he is going to get the first down, and he is. So now on the 25, big scenario. This would be big for the Bulldogs if they could pick up the touchdown, but any sort of momentum would be helpful for the Trojans.
No, last time we saw East Knox this close, we saw Centerburg really step it up and drop them short of a touchdown.
And so the he's completed to Bryce and Davidson. He slips the free safety and slides into the end zone for a touchdown as the Bulldogs extend their lead to 13 now. So beautifully designed pass as he ran exactly the route he was supposed to, and he was looking at him all the way throughout the middle of the field and found him for the touchdown. So with 7:55 left in the second quarter, $29 pass from Lester, his favorite receiver, Bryson Davis. So after that score, we'll see how Centerburg responds. They've gone down 14-0, but they have faced adversity before. Now the kickoff with 2 back to receive for the Trojans. 7:55 left in the second quarter. Will Jensen will be kicking things off.
Welcome back as we get ready here for the kickoff.
And the kick is up. Received around the 6-yard line, but he has some trouble with it. He peels out to his right and just dives forward across the 20-yard line, brought down around the 25, a shot out of a cannon towards the ground.
Now, see, something that I just saw there on the last kickoff we saw from East Knox, we saw them put it right over the goal line, so we know this kicker has the range to do that. But what he did there was he kicked it shorter and forced Centerburg to return the ball, so that way they could put him in even worse field position. That is a smart play by the coach.
Good insight there as Centerburg will take over on their own 24-yard line. Jesse Rings taking over again. Wide receiver Trevin Harris in motion to the backfield. 3 wide receivers left. He looks to Harris, but he's going to take it himself. He tries to peel outside. He's in trouble. He's just going to throw it away. Incomplete. Likely would have lost yardage without that incompletion.
Now, tell you what, Bryce, something that I don't understand. He had his number 14 there, Trevin Harris, wide open in the flats. Yeah, he didn't throw it to him. I want to figure out what his hesitation was with throwing to Harris there.
Good call out. 3 wide receivers left, all stacked behind each other. And it's going to be a handoff and a dive, maybe a gain of 1. It's like that was Miles Marshall, I believe. Indeed, it was number 15, Miles Marshall, the freshman.
That never works out in laws of physics.
Now 3rd and 10. It's been tough pickings for the Trojans tonight, but a big play could change all of that, especially here on 3rd down. Trevin Harris again in motion in the backfield with the 3 wide receivers left. Pressure on the quarterback as he rolls out right, and he just runs out of bounds towards the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 4th and 10. No gain for the Trojans. Again, in the punt formation. The Bulldogs, despite only being 1-2 this season, they've shown a lot of life so far. In week 1, they beat Northridge 14-0. Went on to lose to Crestview and Colonel Crawford, 2 strong schools. And now the punt back to Bryson Davis. It's received around the 35-yard line as he loops back around. Again, makes his way towards that left sideline. He'll be brought down around the 42-yard line. That is where the Bulldogs will begin their drive. Successful last time in a big pass to Bryson Davis from Jax Lester.
Not running. Spearman Financial Services starting fund of Max
A little bit more ground to cover than we saw in that last drive where they began on the Trojans 49. Instead, this time they'll begin on their own 42. But all the same, leading this one 14-0. Lester snap. He's going to take it himself again on that design QB run. He's going to take it across the 45 for a gain of about 4. Now on the 45-yard line, we'll see what they come out with. It's been all run all night long so far, except for a couple of 2 big passes.
Well, can you blame them for doing all run all night long with the legs of Lester, Elliott, and White? They don't really need much else.
And they just added a 3rd running back to the mix. That was Luke Holsinger, Jr. at 5'9", 155 pounds as he pushes his way towards the 1st down line, but 3rd, or 2nd and 7, I believe. There is a flag. It's a chop block. Personal foul penalty against the Bulldogs as they'll be backed up 15 yards.
Now, you always hate to see chop blocks like that, especially because it's something that's really easy to avoid. We had a couple of those in our first game this season that we called at Danville against Worthington Christian, actually.
Yeah, I believe 2 chop blocks in that game. And unfortunately, it is one of those silly mistakes that you see at some of the more amateur levels, high school, and some of the lower college levels even, where they see a block and they take a block but don't necessarily understand or know the implications. And so 2nd and 22, we'll have a timeout. You're watching high school football live and free on the OH Report.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Mazza's restaurant in Mount Vernon offers Italian classics perfected for generations. Featuring house specialties enjoyed since the family opened its doors in 1939. Headlined by the famous Mazza salad, along with all new flavors and convenient features, like our Neapolitan-style pizzas and easy online ordering for both pickup and delivery. Visit Mazzas.com for weekly specials and make Mazza's your choice for a dining experience over 70 years in the making.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
Probably put another set of points on the board, so it gets the
Bryce Coder, Ike Arrington with the OH Report coming back to you live in Howard, Ohio, as Centerburg is taking on East Knox, but East Knox getting the better of the Trojans so far, winning 14-0, 5:37 left in the second quarter, a 3rd and 9 situation. Elliott, 2 big plays, single-handedly makes up for that personal foul. As they gain another first down. And the Bulldogs definitely getting the better of the Trojans tonight. Unfortunately, it's been abysmal for them. Only 7 rushing yards and -1 passing yards for the Trojans so far in this game. Fake handoff. It's going to be a throw towards the sideline. He's going to be out of bounds. It's contact with the cheerleader.
throwing balls too far. Oh no.
That'll be incomplete.
Check.
And the trainer and others attending to the cheerleader as they got tied up as he was stumbling out of bounds there. So now 2nd and 10.
Looks like they're calling an injury timeout for the cheerleader.
We believe they're calling an injury timeout for the cheerleader. So instead it will be timeout, I believe, by the Trojans.
Right, that was.
And so now 2nd and 10, they'll rethink. So a quick hydration break as all sides huddle. With 5:04 left in the second quarter, 2nd and 10, both teams with only a couple timeouts. I'd like to take a second to thank our sponsors, of course, Knox Public Health, the MVP sponsor of the game, Amato's Mount Vernon. Amato's Mount Vernon opened 2017. We strive to create new, exciting dishes outside of the norm. Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Come see how we are tanking the competition. And then Mazza's Restaurant offering a homemade spin on old Italian classics, original family recipes, and features the famous Mazza salad. And the Pub Kitchen and Tap, awesome food and drinks in Howard by the Mazza's brothers, featuring a gastro spin on regional favorites. So this was something that we were talking a little bit about it during the commercial break, Ike, but not very much offensive production at all from the Trojans so far tonight.
No, Centerburg has really had trouble getting their offense going tonight. But I will say, when you are up against somebody, when you are up against such a defense like Devin Garrett in the nose guard position, number 78, a senior, 6'8", 310 pounds. Honestly, I don't see how you can get much going, especially with someone like him leading the charge on the defense. He also has defensive end Breyer Hausolder, who is another senior, 6'1", 220 pounds. And defensive ends are very well known for being quick and speedy. On the other end of the line, Alex Dolby, another senior, 6'2", 250 pounds. With a line like that, I don't see how you can really get much going on a run game. And then having, almost all of your linebackers being around 6 feet tall, you're really going to be strapped hard to get much of a passing game going because they're going to be able to reach up and outreach your wide receivers in the air.
And as they tend to the cheerleader there, we'll take a quick break. You're watching high school football live and free on the OH Report.
An icon is returning to the heart of Apple Valley. The Pub, Kitchen, and Tap is back, and we do game day differently, offering a brand new patio, all new bar with a wide variety on tap, and plenty of big screen TVs to ensure you never miss the big play. Our menu has a diverse selection of both food and drink, so there will always be plenty for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you want to catch the big game or just enjoy a night out with the family, the Pub, Kitchen, and Tap has something for everyone.
the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
Bryce Coder, Ike Arrington with the OH Report here in Howard, Ohio, as the Bulldogs are taking on the Centerburg Trojans. East Knox leading this one 14-0. We're going to take back over after the cheerleader injury. 2nd and 10. The Bulldogs on their own on the Trojan 45-yard line. 5:04 left in the second. Wide receiver left and right for Leicester. Elliott in the backfield. The snap, handoff to Elliott. Elliott bounces wide right, slips the cornerback, continues to stay on his feet. The corner attempts to slip it. Pickup by Blake Elliott. Pickup of about 15. He's been the answer tonight for the Bulldogs. Their 9th first down of the first half for the Bulldogs. Trojans 0. Wide receiver left and right, Wingard. But Lester's going to keep it himself, and he's going to peel wide left, brought down right around the line of scrimmage, perhaps a gain of 1. This is going to bring up second, about 9.
Still on the ground. We're going to be really generous in the yard on that play.
Now we'll begin again at the 29-yard line. Bulldogs for the 3rd time tonight threatening to crack into Trojan territory.
Now, I really like what I'm seeing from East Knox. They're really utilizing the pistol formation really, really well, sending men in motion in the backfield to create confusion among the defense, and that's really working for them against Centerburg.
And another run, this time from Elliott, brought down again around the line of scrimmage. This time, probably not a gain of any, and it's not. A 3rd and 9 for the Trojans. Well, it's 3rd down we saw last time. They broke open that huge pass from the slant across the middle from Leicester to Bryce and Davis.
Now, the last time we saw East Knox faced with a 3rd down, they went to the air, and it actually cost Centerburg a touchdown. Now, before that, they went to the air on a 3rd down, and they didn't score. So what do you think we're going to see?
And this time in the air again. It's a deep ball, and it's short, and just skips. As Caden Wingard had to get on his knees to attempt to catch that one. Still, it was too short.
Now, see, I think that actually might have been for the better, because as you can see here in the replay, little bit of a push-off, I think I'm seeing from our wide receiver there.
Good catch. Definitely something we'll be looking out for the rest of the night. Leicester tries to snap it. He thought he got the lineman off balance, and he did, but they were able to gather back it in time. No penalty called and an audible. And now the play board comes up.
Right. 6 seconds.
So Leicester checking his wristband, the snap, another pass, 4th and 9 this time, hit as he throws. There's going to be contact from Bryce and Davis, but the referees decide no pass interference.
Now, see, I don't see how you can call no pass interference there. As you will see here on the replay in just a second, our wide receiver, Bryce Davis, was on the ground before the ball even got to him. There has to be some sort of penalty there for pass interference. I'm sorry, there's no way that just happens.
So, in lieu of the pass interference, the Trojans will take over on the 29-yard line. Rings in the backfield, looks to pass to the flat in the left, finds somebody, number 21. He continues barreling forward, and finally some positive yardage for the Trojans as they pick up about 6 on the first down. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4. Was Tristan Hankinson, 6'1" senior, number 26, with the completion. 2nd and 2, so picked up an extra 2 yards there. Gain of 8. Now Ring sends his coverage away, but he's brought down at the 30-yard line, a loss of about 7, so it's going to be 4th and 9.
Absolutely great job there by our lineman Alex Dolby and number 18 Shane Gardner getting through that line, getting the penetration that they needed, and just absolutely stopping that play before it had any chance to develop. The quarterback had no time at all to decide where to throw the ball or whether or not to run it himself. He had absolutely no time and no time to recover from seeing all those black jerseys.
And immediately the pressure was there, looking for the pass. As soon as he turned his back, his eyes got blocked. He now after a quick timeout. Third and 7, the Trojans will take over. Rings with the running back in the backfield. 3 wide receivers running deep towards the middle, and he catches it over the middle to the Centerburg. Finally gets back into this one, and as they're back in 6-14. That was a 70-yard touchdown pass. In the ball right on the money as Centerburg lines up. We're taking a look at the pass from Rings. Number 19, that was Mason Tursk.
Now, personally, I think that right there is going to be the spark that Centerburg needs, because that right there, they just had 2 stops on East Knox in a row, got the ball from them, and now they have just put up a touchdown. So now, all of a sudden, they are right back in this game. That energy is going to renew. That hype and that drive is going to come back. But, I mean, clearly you can tell they never lost it in the first place, really.
And after the point after, they will get back into this 7-14. You're watching high school football live and free on the OH Report.
Killbuck Savings Bank. You can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Bryce Coder, Ike Arrington with the OH Report. We just saw Centerburg pick up a huge touchdown on a beauty of a ball from Jesse Rings to Mason Tursk as this one is kicked off. The Bulldogs will receive it around the 5. He's got space. He's going to take it all the way to the 37-yard line. The Bulldogs with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this half, looking to answer for those points as it's been all Bulldogs until that huge touchdown pass. What will likely be the final drive of the half, the Bulldogs take over 1st and 10 on their own 37. 1 timeout in the bank for them. 3 for the Trojans. A quick audible as they look to get the D-line off balance over that line of scrimmage. Jax Lester organizing his offense. Aaron White in the backfield with him this time. The snap is low. He peels out to the right side, gets a push from the defensive end of throw, but it's intercepted by Centerburg, and he's brought down around the 35-yard line. So Lester looking to peel out, trying to find someone, thought about throwing it away, but eventually made that throw, and not a good decision as Jesse Rings, who just threw the touchdown pass, the 70-yard touchdown pass, immediately comes up with the interception.
Now, see, that is the thing that we just saw when East Knox turned the ball over on the last drive. Their quarterback is undershooting his receivers. He doesn't have the arm, it seems, to make the passes that he needs to make, not just to make off big gains, but when his linemen get free and they're streaking down the field, he doesn't have the arm strength to get the ball to them where they're going.
Definitely going to have to work on hitting the wide receivers in stride as Rings rolls out, hit hard as he throws, caught along the sideline.
Reception there.
brought to about the 44-yard line. The clock will continue to run. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in this half as the Trojans answer with the touchdown and immediately come up with a huge interception by Jesse Rings with 2 minutes left. They're looking to get back on the board and hopefully tie this game up going into the locker room. 3 wide receivers left for Rings. Looks to pass, a throw into the flat to the running back and doesn't come up with it, fumbles it a bit, but incomplete.
Bring that ball in before his eyes went up.
So the clock will stop. 1:42 left in the second here. 3rd and 6.
Centerburg Trojans, just shy of that point.
And now some time to breathe and perhaps consider how you go forward in this drive. And they found the pass earlier in the night. Now with Rings alone in the backfield, 5 wide receivers wide, 2 left, 3 right, looks to pass, rolls out to his right, looking for a receiver, throws it towards the sideline. No good.
Yeah.
It's the intended receiver, I believe, was
Good pressure, probably.
Trevin Harris. It was Trevin Harris. So now 4th and 6, 1:35 left.
I gotta tell you, Bryce, I'm getting a little concerned for our quarterback, Jesse Rings. He has taken shot after shot because he is holding on to that ball and just taking the hits from this East Knox defense. And as I mentioned earlier, they are big.
Something I'm definitely impressed with as well, how quickly he's getting up as Bryson Davis looks to dance, brought down around the 20-yard line. So at the 1:23, the Bulldogs will begin again. The Trojans were unable to convert on the interception. All the same, we're seeing some life now from the Trojans. We see the excitement. 1st and 10 on their own 20 is where the Bulldogs will begin.
Starting position on the fire.
Wide receiver left and right. Lester with 1 for protection, looks to his left, throws to Wingard. Wingard wasn't ready for it.
Far side, looking to run a little hook route.
It's going to bring up 2nd down after the incompletion. Wingard coming out. Number 3 is back into that wide receiver position. That's Will Jensen. He kicked earlier. Lester takes it himself as he runs towards the left sideline, and he's brought down for a gain of a few, perhaps 4. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Clock still running. Now 3rd and 5. With only 1 timeout, they have to play this smart if they are hoping to score with 50 seconds left. Now Lester with a wide receiver left and right. Snaps at the handoff to number 2, Aaron White. Picks up a couple. Not going to be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Score 14-7 on the 2-0.
Now a timeout by Centerburg. So with 30 seconds left in the second quarter, taking a look at what we've seen so far tonight, we saw a rushing touchdown 10 yards from Blake into the end zone that put East Knox up 6-0, and they converted the point after 7-0. Second quarter saw a 25-yard pass from Lester to Davis to make it 14-0, but later on, with only 2:37 left in this half, Rings threw a beautiful 70-yard touchdown pass to Mason Hurst to put them within just a touchdown. We will come back in a 4th and 3. Trojans taking their first timeout of the half in a punt formation. And a quick break. And now another timeout. We will take a quick break. You're watching high school football live and free on the OH Report.
Killbuck Savings Bank. You can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
Bryce Coder, Ike Arrington, as we come back to a punt, and it's a bit muffed. So with 22 seconds left, Trojans will take over on the 40, and they're excited. I believe it was a blocked punt. So now perhaps on the 40-yard line, they may see some life and attempt to go for the end zone. And the Trojans come back to the ball in a rush. Rings with one in the backfield. Wide receiver left. Harris in motion. He calls the other wide receiver with him. He's going to have 3 wide receivers wide right. Instead, they will take a timeout by Centerburg to avoid the delay of game.
Centerburg really needs to figure out what they need to do here to get their offense going. Yes, they just had that 70-yard touchdown, but you can't rely on those big plays like that to be your only source of points. You need to be able to consistently get the ball and take it down the field and really get push from your offense. And Centerburg, I don't think, has found a way to get that out of their offense against this Bulldogs defense.
Great insight. We'll come back to the ball. Centerburg 1st and 10, 22 seconds left in the half. They're trailing this by 1 touchdown, 14-7 in favor of the Bulldogs here in Howard, Ohio. Ring snaps it, looks for a receiver, finds someone, but he hit as he throws in the back, and he dropped it incomplete. So that will stop the clock. Jackson Lester, the quarterback, doing himself a favor, knocking down that pass. Lester playing that free safety position, both sides of the ball. It's all alone in the backfield. Rings looks to pass. The pressure. He's hit. He's going to be brought down for a sack.
Hold on.
Dolby with the sack. He was a part of that sack duo earlier in the night. Now with 9 seconds left on the clock, we'll see another timeout. Some positional play calling. We've seen the big plays come out, but a lot of variance from the runs, and especially from the Bulldogs, we've seen variance of who is taking the ball. We've seen a lot of guys like Blake Elliott, Aaron White, and even Luke Holsinger getting into the mix with the carry earlier. Now 3rd and 14, the Trojans on the Bulldog 44-yard line, but only 9 seconds left here in the first half. trailing this one 14-7. 3 wide receivers left, 2 right. Rings alone in the backfield, looks to pass, rolls out right, can't find anybody, hit hard as he throws, barely gets across the line of scrimmage, out of bounds. 2 seconds left in the first half. It's going to bring up a 4th and 14.
No, I'll tell you what. I know that the clock is stopped, but I would not try and get this touchdown here. I would go in if I were Centerburg, set up in a victory, take the knee, get through the half, and then come back out once you have readjusted during halftime.
But instead, we'll see Rings alone in the backfield. 5 wide receivers, draws back to pass, 2 steps, throws it over the middle, but it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by number 11, Jax Lester, on the 10-yard line. That's going to close out the half as the Bulldogs are leading this one 14-7 going into the second half here in Howard, Ohio. Bryce Coder and Ike Arrington with the OH Report. You're watching high school football live and free.
An icon is returning to the heart of Apple Valley. The Pub, Kitchen, and Tap is back, and we do game day differently, offering a brand new patio, all new bar with a wide variety on tap, and plenty of big screen TVs to ensure you never miss the big play. Our menu has a diverse selection of both food and drink, so there will always be plenty for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you want to catch the big game or 3, 2, 1, let's go! At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Mazza's restaurant in Mount Vernon offers Italian classics perfected for generations. Featuring house specialties enjoyed since the family opened its doors in 1939. Headlined by the famous Mazza salad, along with all new flavors and convenient features, like our Neapolitan-style pizzas and easy online ordering for both pickup and delivery. Visit Mazzas.com for weekly specials and make Mazza's your choice for a dining experience over 70 years in the making.
An icon is returning to the heart of Apple Valley. The Pub, Kitchen, and Tap is back, and we do game day differently, offering a brand new patio, all new bar with a wide variety on tap, and plenty of big screen TVs to ensure you never miss the big play. Our menu has a diverse selection of both food and drink, so there will always be plenty for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you want to catch the big game or just enjoy a night out with the family, the Pub, Kitchen, and Tap has something for everyone.
The action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Go. That away.
Yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, before you get my anything. One thing. I want. Yeah, you can. No, no, I mean, no. Let's go to Mr. J. No, Mr. J.
Back out. You can't, we got you have 30 seconds to this part. Back. Down with foot.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Mazza's restaurant in Mount Vernon offers Italian classics perfected for generations. Featuring house specialties enjoyed since the family opened its doors in 1939. Headlined by the famous Mazza salad, along with all new flavors and convenient features, like our Neapolitan-style pizzas and easy online ordering for both pickup and delivery. Visit Mazzas.com for weekly specials and make Mazza's your choice for a dining experience over 70 years in the making.
An icon is returning to the heart of Apple Valley. The Pub Kitchen and Tap is back, and we do game day differently, offering a brand new patio, all new bar with a wide variety on tap, and plenty of big screen TVs to ensure you never miss the big play. Our menu has a diverse selection of both food and drink, so there will always be plenty for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you want to catch the big game or just enjoy a night out with the family, the Pub Kitchen and Tap has something for everyone.
The action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here in Howard, Ohio for the Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram halftime show and halftime report. As you can see, we're getting a little bit of support there from the faculty of East Knox High School, leaving the bulletin boards up. Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats from the first half. As you can see, Centerburg having only 1 first down in the first half, 79 passing yards, 7 rushing yards, 86 yards in total, only having 1 turnover. They only had 1 penalty and it cost them only 5 yards. East Knox, on the other hand, up with 14 points, 9 first downs, 39 passing yards, 199 rushing yards for a total of 238. 2 turnovers for, or 2, hold on.
1 turnover.
1 turnover, 2 penalties that cost them 20 yards. As you can see, this game is looking good still.
Yeah, here in Howard, Ohio, this is Bryce Coder with Ike Arrington on the OH report. Bulldogs pulling out to an early 14-0 lead, but later on in the first half, with only 2 minutes and 30 seconds left, Centerburg getting on the board with a 70-yard beautiful dime from Jesse Rings to Mason Tursk. We'd like to take a second to thank our sponsors for always allowing us to be live and free. We'd like to thank Knox Public Health for allowing us to be live and free. Amato's Mount Vernon opened in 2017. We strive to create new exciting dishes outside of the norm. Crown, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. Come see how we are tanking the competition. Knox Community Hospital, in the community, for the community. Mazza's restaurant, offering a homemade spin on old Italian classics, original family recipes, and features the famous Mazza salad. And Pub, Kitchen, and Tap, awesome food and drinks in Howard by the Mazza's brothers, featuring a gastro spin on regional favorites. 2 minutes left for the teams to warm up, and we will see the beginning of the second half. After the Trojans seeing some light later on in the first half, likely looking to build on that momentum, but not great news outside of that touchdown pass. They only had 9 passing yards and 7 rushing yards, so not coming up with much, but when they did come up with it, they really needed it, and it was at a great opportune time. Now coming into the second half, looking to see what adjustments they make against this Bulldog offense from there. From them tonight, we've seen a lot of runs from the likes of guys like Blake Elliott, who has been a force to be reckoned with all night long. Guys like Aaron White, who's alternatively lined up in the backfield, and even throwing guys like Luke Holsinger at this Trojan secondary to see what sticks. But ultimately, it has been the run that's brought them to this 7-point lead coming in to the second half. And now Will Jensen will line up to kick the opening kickoff of the second half.
Just get everything set up here. The training crew gets all set up on the far sideline.
Mason Tursk, the right receiver.
Checks everyone on both sides of his teammates. Make sure they're ready to rock and roll. What's the official?
And Jensen will get us underway. It's a line drive kick fielded around the 10-yard line, crosses the 10, crosses the 30, and he's got momentum, carries himself all the way across the 40-yard line. We saw him pop up around the 44. We'll see where they spot that. That's where the Trojans will begin this drive on first down.
I think East Knox is really going to have to be careful and maybe consider squib kicking to Centerburg, because their returners are very fast and they are getting down the field and giving Centerburg really good field position.
Now with that field position, we'll see what the Trojans do. 3 wide receivers left. Rings with the running back in the backfield. The snap, fakes the handoff. Rings tries to take it himself, but is brought down on the rush for a loss of about 4 yards. And now 2nd and 13. Trojans on their own 41-yard line after that big pickup on the kickoff return. That's not where they want to see things, but 3 wide receivers left and 1 right. We've seen more of passing action from the Trojans ending the first half, and they will throw it. They find number 21. He's going to make his way across the 45, taken down around the 46 by Jax Lester.
Down and we'll call it about 8.
So after the loss, it's going to bring up 3rd down, about medium, long. I see 3rd and 9.
Say 3rd and 9 and 3rd and 9.
So perhaps looking to pass again with those 3 wide receivers, right? Haven't gotten much from the run so far, and they are looking to pass. Picked up the block. Number 18 for the Bulldogs, Shane Gardner, the linebacker, meets the receiver at the ball, and it's incomplete. And now 4th and 8. And we'll see the punt formation again from the Trojans. Not feeling risky on 4th down tonight so far. Lemaster back to kick the snap. It's a high punt to the right sideline. It's going to bounce around the 31-yard line where it's picked up by the Trojans, and that's where the Bulldogs will begin their first drive of the half.
No, really, Centerburg has some things to figure out. They need to figure out how to get that offense going, because clearly what they're trying to do just isn't cutting it against the Bulldog defense. East Knox has had Centerburg's number all night on offense, though, and I think we're going to just continue to see the same strategy from East Knox with the running backs.
Now the snap from Lester, hands it off to Elliott. Elliott breaks a couple of tackles and continues to barrel forward for the first down. So 1 play and a first down, like we saw in the first play of the drive, the first half for the Bulldogs, immediately pushing for more than 10 yards.
And with that rush, we actually see East Knox go over 200 yards rushing for the night off of, it looks like, about 31 rushing attempts.
And another rush to Elliott towards the left side. He's going to pick up about 8 now. And he's reestablishing his dominance that he showed so early on in the first half. The Trojans began to see some answers. Looks like Trevin Harris is slow to get up and limping a bit towards that left sideline. He's trying to stay on the field, but now he's walking off. And that's going to hurt a lot as they lost Kalen Lemaster last week. Hopefully Trevin Harris is okay, but he is really limping and hurting over there on that sideline. Now Lester with Elliott in the backfield puts 2 in motion, wide receiver left and right, 2nd down and about 2. The snap to Elliott. He's going to bounce to the right. He's going to pick up the first down and more. And so another first down by Blake Elliott. He's been unstoppable tonight.
Seal off the time. All the room you need to around everything 3rd down off.
Now the Trojans looking for answers once again to stop this run that's been so dominant all night long. The Trojans with 4 on the line, 3 linebackers, fakes the handoff, looks to pass some pressure, throws on his back foot, finds number 12, who catches it, continues to barrel down, breaks the tackle, and picks up about 20 yards or so, all the way inside the 20-yard line.
Over a couple of pushed ball all the way down.
With a 17-yard gain. As the Blue Devils are inside Trojan territory, they'll start at the 18 on this first down. 8:20 left in the third quarter. In the snap, it's to Elliott on the run, bounces outside, pushes for more yardage, gets taken down around the 10-yard line. And so healthy gains on every rush from Elliott so far. It's 2nd and 4 on the 12-yard line. In the red zone territory, one wide receiver left, one right, one in the slot, one in the backfield. The handoff to Elliott, tries to find a hole in the middle, but it collapsed just a bit too quickly. He's brought down maybe for a gain of a couple. So now the Bulldogs around the 10-yard line. 3rd and 2. We've seen a lot of these third down conversion scenarios for the Bulldogs tonight, and they've been able to successfully wiggle their way out of it, but we have seen a lot of the pass on the third down. We'll see if we see that again. One in motion in the backfield. Lester takes it himself towards that left gap in the line. Picks up a few. He'll be close. And they're calling 4th down, so it'll be 4th and about 1.
Now see, I think that the play to go with here, we haven't seen East Knox really use their kicker much. Now would be the time to do it. Just take the points.
And they will just snap it to Lester instead, who bounces off the blocker and falls forward. And the fans think this is a first down, and it is a first down for the Bulldogs as they're on the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. Already the 4th first down of the half for the Bulldogs. Continuing to make positive yardage. Now Lester snaps it, hands it off to Elliott. Elliott with the stiff arm outside. He makes touchdown. Stiff there, lead to 20. 6-yard run by Blake Elliott, his 2nd rushing touchdown. Continuing to steamroll forward into the lead.
Like I said earlier, Bryce, Centerburg needs to find an answer to the run game because Blake Elliott is just unstoppable. And then when you mix in the design quarterback runs that we're seeing Lester take the ball on, they really only gain a few yards off of the quarterback runs. Elliott's legs are being the real killer for Centerburg.
Kick is good. Bulldogs leading this one 21-7 with 6:32 left in the third quarter, a 2-touchdown game. You're watching high school football live and free on the OH Report.
Mazza's restaurant in Mount Vernon offers Italian classics perfected for generations. Featuring house specialties enjoyed since the family opened its doors in 1939. Headlined by the famous Mazza salad, along with all new flavors and convenient features, like our Neapolitan-style pizzas and easy online ordering for both pickup and delivery. Visit Mazzas.com for weekly specials and make Mazza's your choice for a dining experience over 70 years in the making.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
Bryce Coder, Ike Arrington live in Howard, Ohio with the OH Report as the Bulldogs are taking on the Trojans. The Bulldogs leading this one in East Knox 21-7 over Centerburg. A big touchdown run by Blake Elliott pushed the lead to a 2-touchdown game. Jensen with the kickoff, and it's a high one. This time to that left returner, a big return last time, tries to pick up more. He'll be brought down around the 30. So a sizable run, but not as big as last time. The Trojans will begin on their own 30-yard line.
really not any type of action in the run game.
With time ticking down, the Trojans trying to get something going.
Well,
They had the big pass early on, but now being down 2 touchdowns, you need consistent plays and consistent yardage in order to crawl back into this game.
Centerburg really needs to find out how to get something going because their pass hasn't been working and their run game hasn't been working. They need to figure out how to make one of those work.
In rings, the pass over the left side brought down around the line of scrimmage. Tristan Marshall on the catch. Marshall filling in the absence of Trevin Harris, it looks like. Harris coming out with that injury in the last drive where he was hobbling a bit. But Rings with one in the backfield and 3 wide receivers right, snaps the ball, hands it off takes it himself instead, and progresses forward a pickup of about 6 yards. Going to bring up 3rd and about 4. Perhaps the yardage or the spark they could be looking for to carry them further into this drive and further into Bulldog territory if they can get there. Now Rings with one in the backfield, in the pistol, 2 wide receivers right, 1 left, looking to pass, looks to his left, there's pressure, wraps him up by the waist, but he gets outside, pump fakes, pushes towards the first down marker, but not going to get enough, short of about 2, I believe. We've seen a lot of that where Rings looks for a receiver but doesn't have much options or much time to make that decision. Instead, tries to roll out. We've seen a couple of those plays, one ending in a ball thrown out of bounds and another one in an interception. So with 4th and 3, Centerburg is going to punt with 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. They're trailing in this one 7-21. This punt end over end received around the 35-yard line. And Bryce and Davis slipped right around the 38. Was tackled as he went down. So now on the 38, the Bulldogs will get their start in this drive. A big touchdown from them in their last drive. Another touchdown would make things even more unmanageable for the Trojans at this point.
I gotta say, this is definitely less of a contest than I figured I would see tonight. East Knox and Centerburg both have the same record coming into this game. I really thought this was going to be more competitive, but really, we're just seeing Centerburg.
And Aaron White with a run, not going to Elliott this time, but instead going to White, and that's something we highlighted during the pregame. Bulldogs do have several different options to hand the ball off to. It has been successful. So now with Wingard and Davis on either side, Lester with White in the backfield, the snap, handoff to White. He looks outside, huge block on the outside, allows more yardage. It's going to be another first down for the Bulldogs as they cross into Trojan territory.
Number 51, Alex Berkeley also.
Now clock running. The 3 wide receiver set for the Bulldogs. 4 linemen for the Trojans. The snap looks to pass. It's a deep throw towards Davis, and it's swatted by Hayden Love. And another underthrown ball from Lester. We've seen several of those tonight that have one ending up in an interception.
So it stops the clock. Second down.
So with the incompletion, it's going to bring up 2nd and 10, 3:52 with the stop clock. Bulldogs leading this one 21-7. Now the Bulldogs on the Trojan 37, 2 wide receivers right, 1 in the backfield in the pistol, 4 linemen, 4 linebackers, but a run right up the middle, a quick halfback dive.
Hits that line. Scrimmage falls forward for maybe
34-yard line, a pickup of about 3. So 3rd and 7.
Consider as they come in along the scrimmage again, shotgun formation.
The running clock as they reset. Again, Wingard on the left, Davis on the right. Out of the pistol, the snap, a handoff to White again. He bounces outside. He's going to pick up the first down. He comes up to the 25-yard line. In a 14 Bulldogs, that's going to lead to a timeout taken by Centerburg. The Bulldogs threaten to get within Trojan territory. You're watching high school football live and free on the OH Report.
Killbuck Savings Bank. You can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
Bryce Coder, Ike Arrington, live in Howard, Ohio with the OH Report. You knew East Knox versus Centerburg action. East Knox leading this one 21-7 over the Trojans. Now the Trojans on the 21-yard line. Lester, the snap, hands it off again to White. That's been working for him all night. He gets caught up at the line of scrimmage, but continues fighting. He's still fighting outside the 10-yard. And so another first down. A play that looked like it was dead around the 20-yard line continues to push him forward all the way to the 8, as it's now 1st and goal. Now Lester, the snap, another handoff to White. He finds a hole on the right side. Inside the 2 now. And a dominating run performance from the Bulldogs all night long. The Trojans have struggled to find an answer. Offensively, they had the one big play, but even offensively, they've struggled to come up with the yards. Lester, the snap, one more time, a handoff to White. They think it's a touchdown, but it'll be short. And so 4th around the half-yard line. Now they'll take a brief minute to discuss what they're doing, but we will likely see that run again. It's been unstoppable. 3rd and 1, they get another try at it if it fails. And the snap again, a handoff to White. This time he spins his way into the end zone. So the Bulldogs pulling away 27-7 now.
Now, personally, I think it's great that we're getting to see Aaron White come back out, give Blake Elliott a little bit of rest, but I'm really thinking we're going to see Elliott come back out in the next series. Now, I could be completely wrong on that. And we're going to see here.
The kick is up, and it's good. Touchdown. Going into the... You're watching high school football live and free on the OH Report.
An icon is returning to the heart of Apple Valley. The Pub, Kitchen, and Tap is back, and we do game day differently, offering a brand new patio, all new bar with a wide variety on tap, and plenty of big screen TVs to ensure you never miss the big play. Our menu has a diverse selection of both food and drink, so there will always be plenty for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you want to catch the big game or just enjoy a night out with the family, the Pub Kitchen and Tap has something for everyone.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
Bryce Coder, Ike Arrington, OH report, high school football action for you. The Bulldogs extending their lead 28-7 over the Centerburg Trojans here in Howard, Ohio. The Bulldogs at home kicking off once again with 1:48 left in the third quarter. It's going to be a shorter kick this time to the right returner. He's moving and moving fast. He crosses into the 35, taking down around the 35-yard line. So the Trojans desperately needing a spark. A 3-touchdown game is a hard deficit to come back from with only one quarter to work with, so they need a quick score. Now the Trojans come to the line of scrimmage after a brief discussion. Coach Colella
So they get lined up here in shotgun formation.
and rings the pistol. 2 wide receivers left, 1 right. The snap options it, takes it himself towards the left side, sees space, jukes out 1 defender, breaks the tackle on the free safety, and continues to barrel his way down to the 40-yard line. So now after a big pickup, the Trojans now threatening to get into the Bulldog red zone.
Cramp issue in his leg. Make up subs ending out the council here around the game back. Inside.
Now with 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. The running back in the backfield for protection. A man in the slot. Rings snaps it. A quick throw to the left side is completed to number 19, Mason Terse. And they will say he stepped out of bounds. We may see a first down. It will be a first down. And another look at this one as Terse gets wrapped up, breaks the tackle, takes 1 step out of bounds to stop the play. He likely would have gotten a lot more. So the same look formation, the snap again, this time an option looking. Following the blocker is Rings. Rings pushes all the way to the sideline. He's hit hard around the 25-yard line.
That one didn't feel good.
Rings has been taking a beating all night.
And we're going to see here, he follows that number 13 there. Is wide receiver Isaiah Sewell getting that 8-yard pickup. Good job on him, making sure he stayed behind his blocker, waited for it to develop, really springing forward for those yards.
And now perhaps some life as the Trojans are on the 26. They look to run in, but nowhere near scrimmage. If not, it's going to bring up 3rd and short.
You read it forward. First one back, the 3rd down, and they're going to call it close to 6 or 7 yards.
Now 3rd and 3, the Trojans on the 29. 3rd and 4, I'm sorry. Would be difficult for the Trojans to give up position on 4th down. The snap from Rings. He looks out to his left to pass. There's pressure. Dodges the rusher. Out towards the left sideline. Almost intercepted, but incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th and 6.
Not fine over two. So that's going to make a 4th down now, and we'll talk 6.
39 seconds left in the third quarter. Bulldogs leading this one by 21 points. The Trojans need a touchdown, need something to get on the board if they want to stay competitive going into this fourth quarter. Now this time, Sewell is in the backfield with Rings. Man in motion. It's a high snap. He has trouble with it. It's out of his hands, and he jumps on top of it. A huge loss. It's going to be a turnover on downs. The Bulldogs will take over around their own 40-yard line. Scores on the previous two drives. See if they can continue to push this momentum forward and extend this lead even further going into the fourth quarter. Two wide receivers wide. The snap. It's a handoff to Elliott. Elliott back in. He breaks a tackle through the middle. Fights outside. He's pushing it. He's quick. It's going to be brought down around the 25-yard line. So another huge pickup by the Bulldogs on first down. And so some masterful running to navigate those blockers and continue to fight for yards after those broken tackles. Now Lester, this time with White in the backfield, hands it off to White. White bounces outside as well, hesitates a bit, brought down around the 25, so not much of a gain. There is a flag on the play. Holding. So holding call. So first penalty we've seen this one so far.
You start the clock or run the clock out.
Looks like he's up. And it looks like he's not in this one. 11 o'clock. You will be.
You're watching high school football live and free on the OH Report.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Mazza's restaurant in Mount Vernon offers Italian classics perfected for generations. Featuring house specialties enjoyed since the family opened its doors in 1939. Headlined by the famous Mazza salad, along with all new flavors and convenient features, like our Neapolitan-style pizzas and easy online ordering for both pickup and delivery. Visit Mazzas.com for weekly specials and make Mazza's your choice for a dining experience over 70 years in the making.
Yeah, it's the comeback. Are you ready for the comeback?
They are.
Bryce Coder, Ike Arrington, live and free on the OH Report here in Howard, Ohio. As Lester fakes the handoff, he takes it himself, bounces outside, crosses the 30-yard line, a pickup of about 5 by Lester on the design QB run. You've seen a lot of that and a lot of the handoffs to the running back so far. You see 342 total rushing yards in this game for East Knox so far.
And really, I don't think it's much of a surprise that we're seeing that many rushing yards. This is clearly a passing team, or clearly a rushing team. When they pass, it's to spread the defense out so they can then run the ball again.
And the snap to Lester, he throws outside, it's intercepted. Intercepted by number 19, Mason Tursk. Tursk with the big touchdown catch earlier, this time coming up with an important interception. The second interception from Lester that we've seen tonight. Those underthrown balls where the cornerbacks are cutting back.
First and 10 for the Trojans. Ball inside their own Trojans.
Now the Trojans starting on their own 30, first and 10, 11:15 left in the fourth quarter. Trojans with only 2 timeouts remaining. This crowd is beginning to get rowdy as they smell victory. But the Trojans trying to do something about that as Rings snaps, looks to hand off, but now he's going to pass. A throw to the flat. Fighting around the 36-yard line, brought down around the 37. It's Tristan Hankinson, the tight end. Now, second and third, the positive yardage they were looking for, looking to see if they can string a few together. They've approached the Bulldog red zone a couple of times tonight, but haven't successfully made a crack at it. Now Rings the snap, looks to his left to pass, looks to his right, throws it over the middle. It's way too deep. It's going to be intercepted by number 3. He's going to be brought down to the 29-yard line. So after giving up an interception, he immediately gives up with 10:23 left in the fourth quarter. The Bulldogs leading this one by 3 touchdowns, just adding salt to the wound at this point.
Now, we have seen, Bryce, I pointed this out to you earlier, the difference between the quarterbacks. Jesse Rings as a senior and Jax Lester as a sophomore, and we are seeing the difference here. Jax Lester's interceptions have come from short balls, and I believe that both of Rings' interceptions have come from long balls. Both quarterbacks' arm strengths really working against him here.
And Lester, quick off the line with the design QB run, pushes it to about the 39-yard line. So the Bulldogs taking over now. Their own 30. They're giving up the interception along the sideline. The Trojans give up one of their own. So no harm, no foul as they look to further extend this lead with Elliott in the backfield. Lester hands it off to Elliott. Elliott finds a hole in the middle, breaks the tackle, continues to fight, brought down across the 50-yard line into Trojan territory. Elliott limping a bit. He was brought down by the ankle. Appears to be okay. So with 9:40 and running left in the fourth quarter, likely keep holding on to the ball as much as possible. Trying to wind this clock down and seal their own victory fate. Now Lester snaps and hands it off to Elliott. Elliott finds another hole. He sees space, though. He's moving all the way across the 20-yard line. He breaks the tackle across the 10, brought down around the 6-yard line. And a huge run, about 44 yards by Blake Elliott. Absolutely lights out all night long with these runs.
And with that rush, we are going to see East Knox go over 400 rushing yards tonight. Jake Elliott, Blake Elliott, Aaron White, Luke Holsinger, and Jax Lester all combining and pulling their legs together to get East Knox just an impressive amount of running yards.
So they'll take over first and goal, first and about 8. The handoff to Elliott once again pushes his way forward. He will cross the 5-yard line. So nickel and diming their way forward towards that goal line, looking to extend this lead to 4 touchdowns. So clock continuing to run, now approaching the 8-minute mark as the Bulldogs smell victory. Wide receiver left and right. Lester in the backfield once again with Elliott. 4 linebackers for the Trojans. The snap, Lester keeps it himself. Step the lead to 34. The East Knox Bulldogs. It's been all about them tonight. Not much of an answer from the Trojans. We saw a brief touchdown pass, a bit of light, but hadn't been able to continue that momentum into the second half. It's been all Bulldogs.
And honestly, quite unsurprising. Kick is up and good, extending the lead 35-7 for East Knox. Really, just Centerburg was not able to find a solution to all the leg power that East Knox has. Not to mention their seniority in the backfield, with Blake Elliott being a junior, Aaron White a senior, Luke Holsinger a junior. The youngest person they have in the backfield is the quarterback, Jax Lester. So really, experience and power has just won out tonight, and they've just worn the Trojans down.
So now, as we move further and further into this fourth quarter, this is what coaches look for, these difficult moments where you're trailing. You're looking for who has that spark on your team for the Trojans, who's going to continue to carry you on later into the season when folks are tired and hurting. So we will see another kickoff from Jensen. We've seen some great returns from the Trojans, giving them fantastic field position. We'll see if they attack that, perhaps with a squib.
Unfortunately, though, Centerburg hasn't been able to do anything with the field position they've been giving themselves.
And Marshall having trouble with it once again, picked up around the 10, carries it across the 20, brought down around the 23-yard line. Caden Ridenauer with the tackle there on special teams. The Trojans having a brief discussion as they look to set some objectives. There's some goals, some silver lining that they can take home with them tonight. It's been a rough night so far. Only 143 total yards for the Trojans so far tonight.
Got a flag down before the play even goes off.
And so now a flag down, that's going to back the Trojans up about 5 yards. And so now the Trojans having their second team, Blaine Ball, with the carry, picks up perhaps a couple, but taking them down around the line of scrimmage. So second team guys, we're seeing things like Miles Marshall, Blaine Ball, Tommy Weber, Hayden Love, Jonah Gribben, Braden Nelson, and Austin Anderson. Looking to get some experience and some reps. Ball in the backfield with Weber. 3 wide receivers right, 1 left. The fake snap, the real snap, looks to his left, throws it quick. Cornerback was on it, but unable to knock it down. It just slips out of the hands of the wide receiver for an incomplete pass. Now it's 3rd and 15. Centerburg with only 2 first downs tonight.
And of course, I'll pass the 30, just shy of that 35. I don't know about 30. Shotgun formation.
East Knox moving in their second string defense as well. And a small carry perhaps, but brought down for 4th down. We'll see the punt team from the Trojans with 6:50 left on the clock. And light running out for the Trojans. And now a kick over the punt returner's head, a long one. It's going to roll inside their own 30, and that's where East Knox will begin. 6:21 left in the fourth quarter. They're leading this one 35-7 over Centerburg. Centerburg only 2 timeouts left in this one. If they want to get something going, they've got to do it quick.
Now, see, I think what we're going to see here, it's late in the game. There's only 6 minutes and 20 seconds left. I think what we're going to see from East Knox here is just nothing but ground game. They're going to use the clock against Centerburg, so to speak, by just making sure that they use plays that are going to take longer to develop or take more time off the clock. If you're covering large chunks of ground in the air, those plays don't take quite as long. So they're going to just kind of try and run the clock down as much as possible by just continuously using the ground game.
So a tempo game at this point, but we have seen the run break off several times for more than 50 yards. We'll see if we see more of that tonight, but likewise just trying to eat as much clock as they can. Dylan Springer is in at quarterback now. And Springer snaps it, hands it off to number 8, Luke Holsinger, who cuts towards the middle, brought down around the line of scrimmage for no gain. Bring up 2nd and 10. Say 2nd and 9. Bulldogs on their own 21. So Holsinger in the backfield, Dakota Cooper, and at that left wide receiver, a handoff inside to Holsinger. Holsinger's going to pick up the first down and more. He's on the 35-yard line before he's eventually brought down. The 20th first down for the Bulldogs tonight. So clock approaching the 5-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. Springer back for the snap. Another handoff to Holsinger. Looks towards the hole, but bounces outside instead. And going to be brought down, I think, just a bit short of the first down marker, but it's close around the 45-yard line. This time brought out of bounds, so the clock will stop. And that is a first down. Now a 2nd and 2, 4:53 left on the clock. 2 wide receivers wide right for Springer. Man in the backfield to hand off to, and he does. Holsinger takes it, finds a hole inside, tries to push forward, crosses the 46-yard line before he's eventually brought down. A modest pickup of about 4. And another team of substitutions coming in for both sides now. Perhaps the line. Springer back to the huddle, commanding his team. 4:25 left in the fourth quarter. Now 10 on the play clock as they're still getting set. 5 on the play clock. The snap, hands off to Holsinger again, looks outside on the first down, brought down around the first down marker on a hard tackle.
Centerburg.
And so there is a penalty.
Necessary roughness.
And they're conversing. It is a personal foul against Centerburg. Unsportsmanlike conduct. In a game where you're already trailing by so much, you don't want to be making those mental mistakes.
Like comes in inside out.
No, I think I saw exactly where that penalty took place there at the end. Looks like, man, the tackler from Centerburg just said something right in within earshot of the ref. And you just can't be doing that.
Now the snap, a pitch over to Holsinger outside, wide right, runs into his own blocker, but stays on his feet and crosses the 30-yard line. He's taken down out of bounds. And a gain of 8. It's going to bring up second and about 2 now. Springer back to his huddle. Likely see just run plays for the rest of the evening. And he's going to take it himself this time. Springer crosses towards the 25, maybe a gain of about 4. It's going to So a gain of a couple. It's now 4th down and perhaps just inches. No, they will rule that a 1st down. So now the Bulldogs on the Trojan 26 with only 3 minutes left. The second team is threatening to score now. Push this lead to 42. A handoff. Holsinger takes it. A bit of a counter. Tries to push forward. Not much of a gain. Brings up 2nd down. So now Bulldogs really trying to burn this clock. 2:25 left in the 4th. They want to get out of here. 15 seconds left on the play clock. Springer with Holsinger in the backfield once again. We'll see who takes it this time. It is Holsinger. Springer fakes the pass. Holsinger is going to be brought down in the backfield.
Bigger with the ball carry.
So now, after that loss, 3rd and about 12, that clock continues to tick away. 1:45 left in this 4th quarter. The Bulldogs trying to turn out the lights. They've had a spectacular performance so far as they'll improve to 2-2 on the season. Centerburg falling to 1-3. And the snap, Springer takes it himself on a design QB run, follows the blocker, taken down for a gain of a couple. That's going to bring up 4th down as we approach this 1 minute mark left in the game. East Knox, they're going to be taking on Cardington on the 15th of September. Ike and I will be covering that game live. And then Centerburg will be taking on Loudonville on the 15th as well. Loudonville currently leading Mount Gilead. And now Springer with number 22 in the backfield hands it off. But the Trojans take So that was number 24 on the carry, the tight end Dylan Reed. With 1st and 10, but only 35 seconds left. Trojans looking to close this one out. A tough loss for them. It's been tough picking, slim pickings on the passing and rushing yards all night long. Only with 143 yards total in the game. They'll gain a few more there. That clock will continue to tick under the 30-second mark. This may be the last play that we see tonight. For 20 seconds left on this play clock. Both teams will come off the field, so East Knox at home are going to come out the victors 35-7 in a big victory over the Centerburg Trojans. They led 14-0 early, but the Trojans showed signs of life late in the second quarter, but could not continue that momentum as East Knox doubled down and continued to score over and over on the dominant run game. We've got the post-game show coming up next.
At the Killbuck Savings Bank, you can expect great products and service from a fellow Knox County Chamber member. Now offering premier card processing solutions and services, ensuring the business owners understand their credit card processing fees. We have a wide selection of card processing solutions that provide lower fees, faster payment, additional security, exceptional marketing features, and help to improve your business operations and customer experience.
Mazza's restaurant in Mount Vernon offers Italian classics perfected for generations. Featuring house specialties enjoyed since the family opened its doors in 1939. Headlined by the famous Mazza salad, along with all new flavors and convenient features, like our Neapolitan-style pizzas and easy online ordering for both pickup and delivery. Visit Mazzas.com for weekly specials and make Mazza's your choice for a dining experience over 70 years in the making.
An icon is returning to the heart of Apple Valley. The Pub, Kitchen, and Tap is back, and we do game day differently, offering a brand new patio, all new bar with a wide variety on tap, and plenty of big screen TVs to ensure you never miss the big play. Our menu has a diverse selection of both food and drink, so there will always be plenty for the whole family to enjoy. Whether you want to catch the big game or just enjoy a night out with the family, the Pub, Kitchen, and Tap has something for everyone.
The action from Friday Night Football right here in North Central Ohio with great analysis, highlights, coach interviews, and so much more every single Friday night right here on the OH Report.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back here in Howard, Ohio for the Crown Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram post-game show here on Ohio Report. Ike Arrington here. We just watched East Knox and Centerburg. Tonight, East Knox came out the victor 35-7. Up next for Centerburg is their game against Loudonville. Up next for East Knox, Bryce and I will be covering next week against Arrington. And make sure live tonight we have our Friday night pigskin at 11:30. But let's take a look at the stats from tonight's game. As you can see, Centerburg only having 2 first downs in 4 quarters, 103 passing yards, 43 rushing yards for a total of 146 total yards. They had 3 turnovers and 3 penalties for 25 penalty yards. They had, on the opposite side of the ball, East Knox with 22 first downs, averaging over 5 first downs a quarter, 59 total yards passing, 453 rushing yards. That's outstanding for a high school game. And a total of 512 total yards. East Knox had, I believe, only 2 turnovers. They had 3 penalties for 25 penalty yards. Stay with us as we interview our player of the game, Blake Elliott.
Mazza's restaurant in Mount Vernon offers Italian classics perfected for generations. Featuring house specialties enjoyed since the family opened its doors in 1939. Headlined by the famous Mazza salad, along with all new flavors and convenient features, like our Neapolitan-style pizzas and easy online ordering for both pickup and delivery. Visit Mazzas.com for weekly specials and make Mazza's your choice for a dining experience over 70 years in the making.
Amatos. Bryce Coder with the OH Report here with the Amato's MVP player of the game, Blake Elliott. Blake Elliott had 2 big rushing touchdowns, over 200 rushing yards total in this game. Blake, welcome and congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, after 2 straight losses, we felt like we could have beat Crestview, but we just couldn't finish the drives. And then last week against Colonel Crawford, we came out flat with no energy. And then this week, our main ideal was just bring the juice and go out and punch him in the mouth right from the get-go.
And that's exactly what you did. 2 quick touchdowns early on in that game, and it was clear that you were outmatching your opponent. Around when did you start to realize that you were outmatching them, and what did you do to try to exploit that to get all those yards?
I mean, kudos to the offensive line. They blocked a heck of a game. And, I mean, after the first quarter, I'm like, I can just keep bouncing the ball outside. And it turned out to work. So
It definitely worked all night long, delivering the win for you guys. Anyone you want to shout out tonight?
shout out to the offensive line: Alex Dolby, Lane Lashley, Derek Field, Briar Householder, Aiden Riggle, Kane Reinauer, and Peyton Finch.
And it's amazing even seeing those guys on the defensive side of the ball, picking up big sacks from Alex Dolby. We saw a sack and a half from him as well. So great support all around you. Thanks so much and congratulations. Blake Elliott, our Amato's MVP player of the game.
Thank you.
As we finish this one out, this is Bryce Coder with Ike Arrington on color commentary here live on the OH Report from Howard, Ohio, as the Bulldogs beat the Trojans. East Knox beating Centerburg 35-7 in a not so close game from the very beginning. I'd like to thank everyone for allowing this to be possible. I'd like to thank Brandon Powell and Keaton Cooper on the cameras, Jory Skoronsky on directing, and Ike Arrington on color commentary. Be sure to tune in for 11:30 p.m. Friday Night Pigskin right here on the OH Report. Thank you all very much. Be safe and good night.